Hello YouTubers. Well, I'm back at my Husqvarna 254 XP project saw here again. I'm working at it here. In this video here, I'm gonna be doing a muffler mod on this saw. You can see here I've gone ahead and bored a hole in the corner here, and I've added a 3/4 inch piece of light wall tubing pipe here for an outlet. Has a, I don't know if it'll show up on camera. I have it a little bit of a slight downward angle and a little bit of a angle off to the side, to the right side, which will be shooting it down and away over the bar and chain, or a little bit over past the bar and chain, to get the fumes away from you. Not just square straight out in the front like some people do on certain muffler mods. Now, to do this type of mod on these 254s, luckily on these saws the mufflers come apart. I have the other half of it here. They literally pull apart. They've got little spacer tubes inside that snap into the front half of the muffler box here. I wish they would have kept this style of muffler all the way through all their series of saws, but unfortunately this is the only pretty much that I know of, besides the 257 and 262s. Even though they were in the same family of saws, had a different muffler, and they had like a two-piece plate or baffle that would come off of them. So they were also, you could open them up, and but they were more of an open style muffler. These 254s actually inside here in this in the back half here where they have the factory outlet. It is one of the most restricted. If you look here, it's folded over. They've got a double closed off, well, a closed off face on the outside of the outlet. The inside of the outlet isn't too bad where it exits, but this is after I've modded this. Inside of here, they have like a double plated wall baffle. I think I threw it in the garbage already. Unfortunately, I don't have it. I'd show you. But inside of here, you can see there's tabs here where they've got 4 tabs that are press welded inside of here. And this outlet is actually blocked off, and it's like an L-shaped baffle that comes in here, or across here, and it closes off the corner of the outlet. And they have 4 tiny little 1/8 or less diameter holes in there. The saw can barely breathe, so, and then combine that with having to come out a 90-degree, and then this very restricted outlet. Not very good for the saw to breathe or for performance wise when it's that way. So anyways, like I say, I went ahead and used one of these step drills here, these cone drill, whatever you want to call them. But anyways, bored out, like I say, the corner here, and this is a 3/4 inch ID, or inside diameter pipe. So anything bigger, it would start to interfere with they've got a muffler brace that's bolts in the front here, and of course goes down to the crankcase. So there's just enough clearance for it to clear the pipe here. So 3/4 inch inside diameter thin wall pipe pretty much puts you right on the outer edges here of the muffler, and it just gives you enough room to clear the brace. So if no big deal, even if you happen to be a 1/16 of an inch over and it's rubbing, you can always just grind the top edge of that brace a little bit to make it fit, and it'll work. So anyways, gives you an idea what I'm going to do. Now I'm going to go ahead and fire up the torch, and I'm going to braze weld this this outlet in here. Now, most of the times when you do these muffler mods, you can't take these mufflers apart, so you have to braze them from the outside. But I don't want to, kind of don't want to have that ugliness. Well, sometimes I don't care. You can throw a shot of flat black paint over it, or I've heard of people doing this, and I might try it at some point. I don't know if I'll bother with this one, but some people, to keep the corrosion off, instead of painting them, which it just burns and peels off anyways, you can try a high heat ceramic paint, but even then they're not always the best. So what you can do is some people will use a heated gun bluing on them, so they look kind of neat, and it keeps the corrosion off for the most part, and it works pretty good. So Anyways, what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to try and weld it from the inside to keep the, like I say, I don't want to get brass smeared all over on the outside, so I'm going to try and do it from the inside if I can. Sometimes trying to weld inside of a crevice like this can create issues with the torch, so don't know if it's going to work, but I'm going to try it, and you folks will see it here pretty much firsthand here, right? Like I say, I got it pushed in here where it's set where I want it. Like I say, a little bit of an outward and downward angle. So, anyways, gonna go ahead and try and get this welded here right away. So, go ahead and fire up the torch here. I went ahead and cracked my tanks open there. Come on. Ah. There we go. This can be pretty finicky. I use the brass rod that I use. Like some guys use 1/8, but they're a little bit that's a little bit too big for this small work. I prefer to use 3/32 brazing rods if I can get them, and lately I've found a source where I can get these smaller rods from. So these are a flux coated brazing rods. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead here and a little bit of heat on it here and see what we can do here. I kind of prefer to you got to get your heat distributed here a certain burn off any. I better get my I've got reading glasses on to see what I'm doing, but unfortunately I got to get welding glasses. I got shade 5 not goggles, but they're like sunglasses, but they're specifically for brazing and torch work. So you bugger, it expanded and my thing slipped out, damn it. Okay, well, I might not have any choice here, folks. I might have to do this from outside of the, don't want to play nice here. So okay, well, the welding from the inside part ain't gonna work here for what I'm trying to do. I'm unfortunately gonna have to go at this from the outside, because when I tip it over the other way and I put it on the vise pulls the heat away from the metal when it's sitting down on it. So to get this a nice cherry red and an even consistent heat, I have to go at this from the outside, or at least attack weld it anyways. But I think I'm pretty much committed here to welding this to the outside. As much as I don't want to do it, it looks like shit. At least to me anyways, it does. I like a nice clean inner welded look, but unfortunately this is where we're ending up with this here. So I've got just a tiny bit of gap there too, unfortunately. So there's always is, can't get away from it. So this'll, nothing wrong with it, it'll be a nice sturdy job when it's done, but just well, make sure I have to glue it or paint it or whatever, like I say, to get it where I want. So to get it looking the way I want it. So, but anyways, don't have to get super carried away here with the brass here, as long as it's chasing it around into the crack there, kind of like a good solder job would. So, and that's what I want. So this brazing rod I have here is a little bit been sitting around a little too long. The flux has gotten damp here in the shop here, so I normally keep them in a dry space in the house or whatever. So there we go. Welded on the outside, not what I wanted to do, but oh well. I wanted to do it from the inside so I would have a nice clean well, I'm just going around from the inside here, burning off any, like I say, any impurities or anything there to clean it up. And as far as the outside goes, well, yeah, it's got some brass on it, but I didn't gob it on there horrible. It's just got a nice even thin coat all around. So like I say, unfortunately that's hot business. But anyways, there we have it. One brazed up saw muffler outlet, modified, and I'm gonna go ahead and put this on the buffing wheel there on the grinder and wire brush off that any little bit of flux and some burnt overgas there, or whatever you want to call it. So anyways, clean that up, and yeah, there we go. Actually came out pretty decent. So I'll clean it up and bring you folks back here, and we'll have a look at what the final product, what she all looks like. So, well, there we have it. One modified muffler for a Husqvarna 254 XP with a 3/4 inch outlet, and we got it brazed up nicely all the way around. Not the prettiest job, but well, it's strong and it won't crack and come out of there anyways. I would have preferred to have, like I say, brazed it from the inside, but sometimes you just, the way the heat on the torch tip works out, and being right against the inner wall pretty much of the muffler box here makes it pretty tough go. So just decided to go around the outside of it, and that way I know I've got a good strong weld on it and it's not going to break loose. So anyways, next time you see this muffler, it'll probably be back on the saw, and hopefully we can get it out and get some test cuts in with it, and well, see how it's going to perform. But anyways, once again, I'd like to say thanks everyone for stopping by and checking out another one of my videos, and if you don't mind, go ahead and like, share, subscribe. It means a lot to me. Once again, thanks everyone, and we'll see you all in the next one.